All right, it's section 5 time, the wrap up and scenario. You're almost done. So it's time for a test. And no, it's not a real test, but we want to kind of review everything in a scenario. So let's say you're planning a camping trip for a long weekend in late July to Savannah Portage State Park. That's over west of Duluth, in case you're not from this area. It's in Aiken County. Beautiful, awesome state park if you've never been. Let's say you've booked the campsite for Wednesday through Sunday. So it's Monday morning and you're taking a look at the forecast. You read our hazardous weather outlook and it says periods of thunderstorms are possible. You look at the Storm Prediction Center website and they say that we have a marginal risk for severe storms that day. All right, what are you thinking? Maybe there's going to be some storms. The next day, Tuesday, remember you're going to go camping on Wednesday. You look at Tuesday for the forecast and it says a few strong to severe storms are not out of the question. There's still a marginal risk, but it looks like they've expanded it, and there's now a slight risk up in parts of northeast North Dakota and northwest Minnesota. This is the graphic the Weather Service in Duluth puts out that day, and it looks like a really hot and humid period, and it looks like storms are possible a lot of days. So now it's Wednesday afternoon, and you had to work today, but now you're packing, you got home, you're starting to pack, and you are getting ready to go up to your campsite. You're really excited. So you check the hazardous weather outlook and you read, and it says that thunderstorms are expected to develop into the Northland late tonight. And it says some of the storms may be severe with damaging winds and heavy rainfall. The most vigorous storms will be capable of producing large hail. So there's the weather graphic, and now the slight risk has been expanded into the area, and it covers where you're planning to go in Savannah Portage State Park. Might want to get that weather radio handy. So it's Wednesday afternoon, you just got to check the forecast, it's go time. What are you going to do now? Are you going to cancel your trip entirely? Maybe postpone a day? Maybe you want to stay at a hotel room up there. Maybe it's a long drive for you, so you want to at least get up there, but you're going to stay in a hotel room for the night instead, just to see if the storms actually develop and they pass. Go ahead and use the poll, and again, it's at the top right. Click that I button, and I think the poll should just show up right there. Again, that might not show up on all platforms, so sorry if you don't see a poll there. All right, so let's see what happened. So it's Wednesday night, a little after midnight, and the Weather Service puts this radar update graphic out. Your location is right here at this yellow X on the map. Storms are coming towards your location, and it says strong to severe storms are moving eastward and southeastward across northwest Minnesota into north central Minnesota, with threats being damaging winds, large hail, heavy rain, and frequent lightning. A severe thunderstorm watch gets issued shortly after, and if you brought your weather radio and you programmed it for your part of the area, it's going to go off. Now it's 2:35. So what did you decide in that poll? Did you decide to stay in a hotel room? Let's pretend that you did. So 2:35 and the storm is coming through. If you decided to go camping, you're probably not going to have a good time. Your weather radio is going off, the severe thunderstorm warning has been issued, and storms are coming your way. But let's say you went and stayed at the hotel room instead. So the storms go through and tons of trees fall down. You call the Weather Service in Duluth and let them know what you saw. You might say something like, "Hi, this is Ron, I'm a trained spotter. I'm at the Country Meadows Inn in McGregor, and that storm that just went through took a lot of trees down. At least a dozen healthy-looking trees are down next to the parking lot." Awesome, that's great information. And this is a real event, and these are actually real photos of the storm that went through. These photos were taken a month later after the storm had gone through. So is that the end? So you took shelter, maybe you stayed safe, and that's the end? No. The storm may have moved through, but what happens next? So in Duluth, there was a warning issued at 3 a.m. for the same line of storms. The warning just says radar indicated 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that's the first warning that people in Duluth have for this storm. At 3:21 a.m., the radar starts looking a little bit more aggressive, and so the warning forecaster decides to increase the warning language up to 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. And this time, the storm is right at our doorstep. However, when you call and give that report in, you give our forecasters really good information. You let them know that you had lots of trees down, And now that warning that comes out is upgraded, and it says trained weather spotters are the source for this warning information. 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half dollar size hail are likely from these storms. And then the storms go through. The next morning in Duluth, there is a lot of damage. Most of the local television stations are off the air. The fire department issues a message advising no travel. And the News Tribune, the local newspaper, reports that the three of the largest power companies had more than 75,000 customers without power. And this was the newspaper headline the next day: havoc in the Northland. So the point of all of this is that when you give your reports to the Weather Service, you're helping us, but you're also helping your neighbors down the line, the people in the next community where that storm is going. You might help us cancel the warning because the storm isn't actually that bad, or you might help us increase the wording in that warning to let people know, hey, this is a really serious storm and you need to take shelter immediately. So to review, please take these severe outlooks, watches, and warnings seriously. Always have a plan for severe weather shelter. That might mean canceling or postponing plans in some cases. Remember that the safest place is going to be the lowest level interior room of a permanent structure. And your reports are critical to helping us get out accurate warnings, and we really appreciate them. If you're taking this for the Duluth area, we aren't mailing any spotter cards, and we're also not giving out spotter ID numbers going forward. If you had a number and you're just taking this for refresher training, you can still use that number, but we're not going to issue those ID numbers anymore. And that's it. You've completed Section 5 and the entire training. Congratulations, you are now a Skywarn spotter. If you'd like to register, please check out our website at the bottom there, weather.gov/Duluth/Skywarn. Your code word for this last section is Duluth. D-U-L-U-T-H. Duluth is your final code word. Again, head on to that website and register as a spotter, put in the code words, and we will look forward to having you as a spotter. We'll send you some more information too, a little review of this presentation and what kind of reports we need. If you have any feedback on this presentation, please feel free to send me an email. I'm joseph.moore@noaa.gov. And thanks a lot for taking this training. We really appreciate it.